Great. Very nice intro, Richard. Thank you very much. Welcome, everyone, to the Richmond Police Department's Read With Me and Virtual Halloween. We're excited to have you all here. We have some fun scheduled ahead with stories read by our officers and also some fun activities you can do from home this Halloween. Our first story is read by our very own Chief of Police, Bisa French. She'll be reading today Five Little Monkeys, Trick or Treat by Elaine Cristello.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bisa French, and I'm the police chief at the Richmond Police Department. Tonight, I'm going to read The Five Little Monkeys Trick or Treat by Elaine Cristello. Ready? All right, let's go. The five little monkeys dress up for Halloween. Hurry, says Mama. Your favorite babysitter is here to take you trick-or-treating. Hi, Lulu, shout the monkeys. Banana, Alien, Ghost, Goblin, and Princess are ready to go. But I was going out with the five little monkeys, says Lulu. Where are they? They're taking a nap. Wink, wink. Off they go. Ghost, Princess, Goblin, Banana, and Alien. Mama reminds Lulu, don't lose the rascals. Don't worry, says Lulu. Down the street, the alien meets a friend. Nice bunny costume, says the alien. I like yours better, says the friend. We could trade, suggests the alien. Everyone will be so confused, they whisper. Oh, they're really changing costumes there. As the other trick-or-treaters run down the street, Lulu checks. Banana, Ghost, Goblin, and Princess. Uh-oh, where's the alien? Here he comes, exclaims the princess. Now, look here, Mr. Alien, Lulu scolds. You monkeys need to stick with me. That is the best Halloween trick ever, whispers the ghost. I wish I could switch costumes. The banana spies two more trick-or-treaters friends. Oh, there's two more friends. It turns out the television would love to switch costumes. I'd much rather be a big yellow banana, she says. The ghost and the robot switch costumes too. This is so funny, they squeal. Lulu will never notice. Uh-oh. The ghost and the banana catch up, just as Lulu is checking again. Alien, Princess, Goblin, Ghost, Banana? Everyone is switching costumes, giggles the Goblin. This is so silly. We could switch costumes too, suggest two more trick-or-treaters friends. Good idea, says the Goblin. This is the best Halloween trick. Pleased to help, said the pumpkin. The grapes and the princess decide to trade too. Lulu won't even notice, says the princess. Oh, everybody has different costumes now. When the goblin and the princess catch up, Lulu doesn't seem to notice a thing. You monkeys are just in time, she tells them. Then Lulu counts. Princess, Goblin, Ghost, Alien, Banana. Oh God, I have all five. Oh good, I have all five monkeys. They're not monkeys though, are they? The other trick-or-treaters think that is hilarious. But then Lulu hustles the princess, the banana, the goblin, the ghost, and the alien down the street. See you around, she calls to the other trick-or-treaters. We have to get home for a big Halloween treat. Uh-oh, cries the big blue bunny. There's the funny. Lulu delivers the banana, ghost, alien, princess, and goblin home to Mama. I didn't lose one, she says. Mama gasps. They look different. Oh, don't worry about that, says Lulu. And then the doorbell rings. Trick or treat, Mama. Mama looks very carefully at the trick-or-treaters. There must be some mistake, she says, because I am the mama of a banana, an alien, a ghost, a princess, and a goblin. And they are already home. Mama closes the door. Almost. Uh-oh. But then she peeks out. Why don't you rascals come in for a treat? Mama hugs her monkeys, then scolds them. Poor Lulu. This is trick or treat, not trick and treat. That's okay, says Lulu. I've made the perfect treat for tricksters. Uh-oh. Wonder what that treat is. Eyeballs and worm juice. Yuck. Hey, look, it's a trick treat. Yum. Look like eyeballs. The end.
Great book, Chief, and quite the spooky background there. Eyeballs and worm juice doesn't sound good to me at all. Anyways, this year, we know things have been a little different. And to give you some ideas on how to stay safe this year, we have found some fun activities which can be done from home. Our first activity is learning how to carve a pumpkin, which can be done in many different ways. But check this one out. Might be a good idea for you.
Hi everybody, my name is Leticia and I work for the Richmond Police Department. I'm in part of the accounting unit.
Hello everyone, my name is Veronica. I work in records at the Richmond Police Department. Today we're going to carve a pumpkin.
We went to the bargain store today and picked up these pumpkins.
The first step is to wash the pumpkin.
Next step, you're going to want to draw a circle around the top of your pumpkin.
Wait. Make sure you have adult supervision for the next step.
You're going to take your carving tool and slice right on that circle that you just drew.
The next step is to take a spoon or one of these carving tools and scrape up all the guts.
Ew, guts!
Your next step is to grab a marker and draw your face on your pumpkin. Make sure to make shapes that you'll be able to cut with your carving tools.
Once you're happy with the shape that you drew, you're gonna take your cutting tool and cut along the shape. And it's okay if you make mistakes. You can draw right over it.
Now for the fun part, you get to push the eyeballs out.
Once you're done and you're happy with how it looks, you can take the top and put it back on.
Fun part is at night when you get to put a flashlight inside of it or a fake candle to see the face that you made. A safe
And happy Halloween!
Thank you, Leticia and Veronica. Great pumpkins. They look great. And yes, make sure you put your lights in those pumpkins and make them look great by glowing them in the darkness. We'll keep this going. By next, you'll hear a few short stories read by Sergeant Cortez and Officer Santana, from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark by Alvin Schwartz. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Cortez with the Richmond Police Department. And today we're reading The Ghost with the Bloody Fingers. A businessman arrived at a hotel late one night and asked for a room. The room clerk told him the hotel was all filled up. "There's only one empty room," he said, "but we don't rent that one because it's haunted." "I'll take it," said the businessman. "I don't believe in ghosts." The man went up to the room. He unpacked his things and he went to bed. As soon as he did, a ghost came out of the closet. Its fingers were bleeding and it was moaning, "Bloody fingers, bloody fingers!" When the man saw the ghost, he grabbed his things and ran. The next night, a woman arrived, very late. Again, all the rooms were taken except the haunted room. "I'll sleep there," she said. "I'm not afraid of ghosts." As soon as she got into bed, the ghost came out of the closet. Its fingers were bleeding. It was still moaning, "Bloody fingers, bloody fingers!" And the woman took one look and ran. A week later, another guest arrived, very late. He also took the haunted room. After he unpacked, he got out his guitar and he began to play. Soon the ghost appeared. As before, its fingers were bleeding and it was moaning, "Bloody fingers, bloody fingers!" The man paid no attention. He just kept strumming his guitar. But the ghost kept moaning and its fingers kept bleeding. Finally, the guitar player looked up. "Cool it, man. Get yourself a Band-Aid."
Hi, I'm Officer Carmen Santana, and today we're going to be reading sounds. The house was near the beach. It was a big old place where nobody had lived for years. From time to time, somebody would force open a window or a door and spend the night there, but never longer. 3 fishermen caught in a storm took shelter there one night. With some dry wood they found inside, they made a fire in the fireplace. They lay down on the floor and tried to get some sleep, but none of them slept that night. First, they heard footsteps upstairs. It sounded like there were several people moving back and forth. Back and forth. When one of the fishermen called, "Who's up there?" the footsteps stopped. Then they heard a woman scream. The scream turned into a groan and died away. Blood began to drip from the ceiling into the room where the fishermen were huddled. A small red pool formed on the floor and soaked into the wood. A door upstairs crashed shut, and again the woman screamed. "Not me," she cried. It sounded as if she was running, her heels tapping wildly down the hall. "I'll get you," a man shouted, and the floor shook as he chased her. Then silence. There wasn't a sound until the man who had shouted began to laugh. Long peals of horrible laughter filled the house. It went on and on until the fishermen thought they would go mad. When finally it stopped, the fishermen heard someone coming down the stairs dragging something heavy that bumped on each step. They heard him drag it through the front hall and out the front door. The door opened. Then it slammed shut. Again, silence. Suddenly, a flash of lightning filled the house with a green blaze of light. A ghastly face stared at the fishermen from the hallway. Then came a crash of thunder. Terrified, they ran out into the storm. Thanks.
Wow, I love the background noise and the screams there. That was a great story. Thank you, ladies. Let's keep the fun going. We want to show you some more activities you can do from home, which could be making some Halloween treats. And the one we're going to show you today is how to make dirt and worms for Halloween. Don't have to worry. It might sound gross, but you don't have to eat real or make this with real worms. You can make them with candy worms. Check it out. Looks like a good treat. There's many different ways you can crush up those cookies too for that. A lot of fun ways, other than the roller. You can try that out as well, but you can use a lot of different tools to crush those cookies up to make it a little more fun. Wish I had that treat right now. Anyways, we have our last story. This one's by Detective England, a very well-known detective throughout our city, and a lot of you might recognize him. He'll be reading another short story from Scary Stories That You Can Tell in the Dark by Alvin Schwartz. Enjoy.
Hello everybody, I'm Detective England here at the Richmond Police Department, and today we're going to read a chapter out of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Today we're going to read the chapter called The Bus Stop. Can't wait. Ed Cox was driving home from work in a rainstorm. While he waited for a traffic light to change, he saw a young woman standing alone at a bus stop. She had no umbrella and was soaking wet. "Are you going toward Farmington?" he called. "Yes, I am," she said. "Would you like a ride home?" "I would," she said, and she got in. "My name is Joanna Finney. Thank you for rescuing me." "I'm Ed Cox," he said, "and you're welcome." On the way, they talked and talked. She told him about her family and her job and where she had gone to school, and he told her about himself. By the time they got to her house, the rain had stopped. "I'm glad it rained," Ed said. "Would you like to go out tomorrow after work?" "I'd love to," Joanna said. She asked him to meet her at the bus stop since it was near her office. They had such a good time. They went out many times after that. Always, they would meet at the bus stop and off they would go. Ed liked her more each time he saw her, but one night, when they had a date to go out, Joanna did not appear. Ed waited at the bus stop for almost an hour. Maybe something is wrong, he thought, and he drove to her house in Farmington. An older woman came to the door. "I'm Ed Cox," he said. "Maybe Joanna told you about me. I had a date with her tonight. We were supposed to meet at the bus stop near her office, but she didn't show up. Is she all right?" The woman looked at him as if he had said something strange. "I am Joanna's mother," she said slowly. "Joanna isn't here now, but why don't you come in?" Ed pointed to a picture on the mantle. "That looks just like her," he said. "It did once," her mother replied, "but that picture was taken when she was your age, about 20 years ago." A few days later, she was waiting in the rain at that bus stop. A car hit her and she was killed. Ooh. Thank you for joining us.
Great story. Could anybody have told Officer England that he had a spider on his shoulder? Somebody could have told him that. That was scary. Anyways, right now we're going to bring in another very popular person here to do a quick interview. And so right now we're going to bring in Michelle Milam from Crime Prevention. Hi, Michelle.
My name is not Michelle. My name is Katina the cat.
Oh, hi. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. People often confuse us. No
Very,
problem.
very cool costume. So do you have any more tips on how to celebrate Halloween safely this year?
I do. But first of all, this isn't a costume. This is a genuine, bona fide set of cat ears, which I was
Very
born with.
nice.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Now, one way that you can choose to celebrate your Halloween this year is we all know that we have a little unfortunate issue with the pandemic, and we have a virus that's rolling around. And unlike a ghost, this virus can make you very sick. So what we want people to do is to have fun for Halloween. But what we don't want you to do is a lot of, touching, feeling, kind of, grabbing candy and being close to people. So there are some things that you still can do to have fun. Number one is you may not be able to go out to trick or treat this year. Sad. But happy. One of the things that you can do is you can make treats and cookies and all kinds of fun things. You can even do those worms. I prefer mice, but worms that we saw earlier. And you can do that at home. So all it requires is for you to have, an adult that's with you, and you can be able to bake and do those kinds of things. The other thing you could do is, even though you can't trick or treat, you can dress up and actually make your costumes. So a long time ago, long time ago, but I have 9 lives, so I remember. There was once a time when we used to make our own costumes. And so now, because we're at home and we're all trying to protect each other from the virus, one of the things that might be fun is for us to be able to make our own costumes. And you can be anything you want. You can be a sunflower, you can be a transformer, you might even make yourself into a computer, like the one that's sitting on your desk, Lieutenant. So those are some fun things that you can do. Some other fun things that you can do is we know that there's a couple places in the city where they're going to have Halloween ride-bys, where people can actually ride by. I think there's one at the Hilltop Community Church. You might be able to find that if you Google it online or look on social media, where people can go and get candy. And, I would suggest to everyone to think about some of those events. If you would really like to participate, you stay in your car, so that way you don't connect with people and we can still socially distance, because we need to stay in love with each other at a distance. So that is another thing that you can do. And finally, one fun thing to do is to create your own haunted house at home. Now, if you're like me, I like to create my haunted houses for my mice before I, maybe have a little bit of a chat with them. But you can create your own haunted house out of anything, really. You can use cotton for spider webs. You can be able to use sheets and things like that to wall off rooms. You can turn it off the dark, and you can use flashlights. So there's all kinds of ways to create a great haunted house at home. And finally, we cannot forget, if you want to connect with your friends and maybe you can't be with your friends or your family on Halloween, there is always technology. The beauty of technology, like we are connecting with each other today. So those are just a few things that you and your family might want to do for Halloween, but whatever you do, please stay safe. It is very important for us to socially distance, but we can still have fun during Halloween, and we can still have all of our dress up and at-home parties and Zoom parties and creating treats, even in this time. So thank you very much, and remember to wear your mask.
Well, hold on. Didn't we have a costume contest scheduled? And I'm hearing we are extending those days out.
Oh, yes, we did.
A few more days. Can you tell me a little more about that?
So most people like to wear their costumes on Halloween. And so what we're doing is we are extending our costume contest. We do have a costume contest. The winners will be able to get a prize. And you can find out more about the costume contest by checking us out on social media. So you can check out RPD Facebook, or you can check out our Nextdoor. And we are going to be extending that contest for another couple of days. So I believe you have until November the 3rd. 1, 2, 3. You have till November the 3rd to extend your costume for the costume contest. And once the costume contest is extended, you can send in your pictures. And what we will do is we will look at the pictures by age and category, and we will pick a winner. So thank you very much for reminding me of that.
Thank you. Thanks for all the details. We really appreciate that. Now, we have one last activity that we want to do before we close out. And we think it might be time that we can all get a little silly. That's not going to be me right now. Or maybe I will. I'm going to turn the camera off. Up next, we have the skeleton dance. And I won't tell you who's behind the skeleton mask. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, I'm Mandy and I work in crime prevention here at the police department. And at this time, I'm asking all of you guys to stand up and move your bones. Now, this song, you might not know all the words, but that's okay. Just so long as you move your skeleton bones.
bone's connected to the thigh bone. The thigh bone's connected to the knee bone. The knee bone's connected to the leg bone. Let's shake them skeleton bones. The leg bone's connected to the ankle bone. The ankle bone's connected to the foot bone. And the foot bone's connected to the toe bone. Let's shake them skeleton bones. Them bones, them skeleton. Dry bones, them skeleton. Dry bones, them skeleton. Dry bones, let's shake them skeleton bones.
Okay. Thank you, Mandy. That was great. I'd like to thank everyone who made this video possible. Everyone from the chief on down. Great job. Great dancing, Mandy. Great information, Michelle. And I'd like to thank everyone here who's joined us today. We can't wait to continue this next month. We invite you to join us for another Read With Me. We'll have some more officers reading, probably even get myself in there at some points. But we will see you next month. But on behalf of the Richmond Police Department, we wish everyone a happy and safe Halloween. Please be very safe out there. Thank you.